YouTube claims that it has a policy against hateful and abusive content.
We get asked a lot of questions about what we're doing to keep hate speech off YouTube.
Content that targets vulnerable groups on the basis of things like race and gender. And content that harasses specific individuals or encourages abuse. And if you violate those policies enough, YouTube will step in and ban you. YouTube has done this a few times over the past several years. First, it banned conspiracy theorist Alex Jones in 2018.
YouTube removing his content from their platforms. He suggested the Sandy Hook school shooting was a hoax.
Then it banned white supremacist groiper Nick Fuentes in 2020.
Everybody said the N-word. Everybody loved Hitler. Hitler's awesome.
And of course, who can forget when they banned misogynist and alleged sex trafficker Andrew Tate in 2022.
I know women because I made a lot of money for women.
When YouTube bans a high-profile creator, it's supposed to be the final nail in the coffin. But years later, these banned actors are still appearing all over YouTube, thanks to a whole network of podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Alex Jones!
Well, it's good to be here with you guys. Very good vibe going on in here. Shit, dude.
Talk shows.
Andrew, do you have anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, my Instagram, oh wait, I'm banned. my YouTube, I'm banned.
And YouTube debate bros.
The most controversial person that we're ever going to talk to, Nick Fuentes. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
It's called ban evasion, a process where banned YouTubers sneak back on the platform by appearing on more mainstream channels. And it's turning YouTube bans from a punishment into a valuable branding opportunity.
I'm being literally the devil's advocate of the devil's advocate, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
This is Patrick Bet David. He's a right-wing commentator and finance YouTuber who runs the PBD podcast and Valuetainment.
We're going to be hosting many different types of conversations like this.
Patrick Bet David started the PBD podcast 3 years ago, doing election coverage, roundtables, and other political garbage you might see anywhere on YouTube. With views averaging in the 50K range, these videos went, for the most part, unnoticed. But by 2022, Bet David apparently realized he could generate way more views and engagement if he started hosting banned actors.
Today's guest, he doesn't need an introduction. You love him, you hate him.
He invited Alex Jones on his show for a live interview and praised him for supposedly predicting 9/11.
You saying what's going to happen to the towers or what's going to happen, there's an attack that's going to happen. That's a pretty outlandish claim you're making. And then boom, 9/11 happens.
The Alex Jones interview earned 1.7 million views for PBD's humble podcast, a far cry from the measly 50K that he was used to getting. When PBD hosted Andrew Tate for an episode, it got 15 million views.
Why did Andrew Tate get banned?
They did not tell me. I certainly didn't break terms of service. I guess that's why they couldn't send me an email and explain why.
Compare that to his interview with Kobe Bryant, one of the last interviews Kobe ever did, which only got a third as many.
Well, brother, this has been great. First time we meet.
First time
we need having a conversation like this.
Bet David also operates another, even edgier podcast called Saucecast, hosted by Adam Sosnick.
I've said nothing but good things about Andrew Tate.
A few months ago, Saucecast hosted Nick Fuentes for a debate on race, religion, and feminism.
I saw somebody the other day in my neighborhood littering. It was a black person. I said, people like that should get the death penalty.
The debate is one of his top 3 live videos with over 15,000 likes and 12,000 comments, many touting Nick Fuentes' expert debate skills.
You're living proof of why women should go to college.
But it's not just podcast bros like PBD interviewing banned YouTubers for attention.
Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy.
This is Pearl Davis. She got super popular a few years back for branding herself as the female Andrew Tate.
And I think to myself, why do we deserve to vote? Are we paying taxes? No. Are we doing the hard jobs? No. If you just limited it, it would be like 2 women that could vote left.
But recently, she's boosted her channel views by interviewing Andrew Tate.
Why don't we go around and have everyone on the panel introduce yourselves?
Andrew Tate, 36 years old. I cannot disclose personal information because, of course, my enemies are after me.
Her channel is littered with Tate clips with titles like, Andrew Tate destroys feminists,
It's this new idea of new age feminism just basically destroys all men.
But why subject yourself to Tate levels of scrutiny? Well, each of these videos earned millions of views, and they attracted a whole new audience to Pearl's channel. Just look at her channel's subscriber count right after hosting Andrew Tate. A few months after appearing on Pearl's show and in the middle of being investigated for sex trafficking, Andrew Tate appeared on former Daily Wire host Candace Owens' show for a 3-hour interview to try to rehabilitate his image.
First they come for me, and then they're gonna come for you. They come for any man that they don't like.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Candace Owens was already an established YouTuber, but the video of her Andrew Tate interview still earned twice as many views as her account had subscribers in total.
Andrew, thank you so much for taking all this time. Such a good conversation.
Thank you.
Hosting banned YouTubers is a great way to get views and subscribers, but it's also a great way to make money.
When a creator is live streaming, fans can purchase super chats, which are highlighted fun chat messages.
Tim Pool is your quintessential beanie guy.
Long as I keep filleting the state and dropping on my knees for the far left extremists, I will squeak by and you will not.
He's also a right-wing YouTuber who has made a fortune through raking in super chat donations from his audience. His top 3 most watched episodes feature Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, and Milo Yiannopoulos, who are all supposed to be banned from YouTube.
Alex was like, hey, are you guys gonna have, am I coming on at all? And
I like how he works in that we're all asking to come on. Of course we want to come on, Tim, you're great.
Each of these 3 live interviews received thousands of dollars in super chat donations. Now compare that to the top donos on a regular episode of Timcast IRL.
Chase says, share this link, like and subscribe. Yes, please do.
Fun chat messages.
Sorry, quick update. YouTube actually did remove both of the Alex Jones episodes after we published a report about them last month, 3 whole years after the episodes were published. So good job, YouTube. Better late than never, I guess. Now you're probably wondering, why doesn't YouTube create a policy against ban evasion, punishing creators who invite banned people back onto the platform? But that's the thing. The policy already exists. According to YouTube's rules, if your YouTube channel is terminated, you're prohibited from circumventing the termination or allowing others to use your channel to bypass their termination by using or creating any other YouTube channels. But actually enforcing that policy would mean banning a whole bunch of really popular creators. People like PBD, Tim Pool, and even Joe Rogan.
Now, the only place to find me is Infowars.com and Newswars.com. They blocked us everywhere else.
You have an Instagram page, though.
Well, don't plug it or they'll ban it. I didn't know I had that.
It'd mean pissing off a bunch of conservatives who will claim they're just asking questions. Questions like,
simple yes or no answer. Hitler, good guy, bad guy?
That's a top. Well, there are no good and bad guys. They're just people.
But more importantly, it'd mean losing a lot of money for YouTube. YouTube profits every single time it runs an ad before a Nick Fuentes or Andrew Tate video. YouTube also takes a cut of every super chat donation that people make to Tim Pool. The more views these videos get, the more money YouTube makes. For years, YouTube has tried to ignore its ban evasion problem through vague policy that's only enforced when push comes to shove, or after we publish a report on it. But now one YouTuber is making it impossible to ignore. If you can't guess who he is, I'll give you a hint. He smokes cigars and screams at his wife. What, does that not narrow it down enough for you? When Steven Crowder isn't busy allegedly exposing himself to his employees, he's busy producing a steady stream of unbelievably racist YouTube content. But Crowder isn't satisfied only breaking one YouTube rule. In December, Steven Crowder invited Alex Jones on his show to talk about his bizarre anti-Semitic interview with Kanye West.
And I don't think he's mentally ill. I think he's enjoying himself. You know, they have all these diagnosis terms. I mean, I'm pretty manic. I have a lot of energy.
The problem here wasn't just that Crowder was platforming Alex Jones. It's that he was also airing Infowars URL, which explicitly violates YouTube's policy against sharing links to banned content. A few months later, on March 21st, he did it again. Crowder hosted Alex Jones and displayed the Infowars URL on screen. But this time he went further, promoting an alternate link to Infowars in order to get around YouTube's policy.
You can watch his show today at noon Eastern on madmaxworld.tv because we can't share the link for Infowars. Alex Jones, how are you, sir?
It's good to be here.
The next day, he did it again, hosting Alex Jones and openly joking about how he was intentionally violating YouTube's policies.
MadMaxWorld.tv. He will not be hosting a show there. Nope. And that link is not available for you to peruse at will. So Alex Jones, how are you, sir?
In April, Crowder hosted Alex Jones again and announced that YouTube had given him a 2-week suspension for violating its ban evasion rules.
We were suspended from YouTube for the first week, and of course this is going to happen again. Hold on, Alex.
Really quickly. So
before that's MadMaxWorld.tv, yes. Right? Is where you're not streaming later.
But Crowder just wouldn't stop. A month later, he hosted Alex Jones again. A few days later, he let Alex Jones host his show, repeatedly displaying the InfoWars URL and ban evasion links.
No, the system has been successful. I am diminished. I am nowhere. I am not doing my show at 11 a.m. Central from this amazing desk.
That earned Crowder another temporary suspension from YouTube, but surprise, surprise, it didn't work. In August, Alex Jones aired his show from Steven Crowder's studio, announcing that he was teaming up with Crowder to launch a weekly show on Rumble, a right-wing YouTube knockoff.
This is a teaming up of InfoWars and Alex Jones and my crew with their crew.
The two shitposters launched JonesCrowder.com, which directs people to a page where they can pay $90 a year to watch Jones and Crowder's content. But to get people to actually watch that garbage, Alex Jones has to tap into Steven Crowder's massive YouTube audience. So now he's become a regular fixture on Crowder's channel.
And it was Steven Crowder back when everybody turned their back on me pretty much during deplatforming. So he's the type of guy I want to work with.
No matter how much Crowder spams banned links or invites banned YouTubers on his channel, it seems YouTube will not permanently delete his channel. So what does it really mean to get banned on YouTube? YouTube wants advertisers to believe that it's cracking down on conspiracy theorists and hate mongers. But in reality, it's given them a new way to sell themselves to the same audience. Now, banned actors like Alex Jones get invited on mainstream podcasts looking to attract new viewers.
10-year-olds go to InfoWars to watch Alex Jones.
They don't know what CNN is. They know what Logan Paul is. They know what Alex Jones is.
Banned actors like Andrew Tate get invited on publicity tours to help repair their image.
I don't know if you realize this. You may be one of the most necessary voices in America 100%. On what you've been able to do.
Open white supremacists like Nick Fuentes get to rebrand themselves as martyrs for free speech, all while their enablers rake in buckets of attention and money.
If you would like to make comments or simply donate some money to the show,
We love it.
We're only doing super chats.
As long as right-wing YouTubers are allowed to break the rules against ban evasion, bigots and conspiracy theorists will use those bans to cash in on their newfound martyrdom.
Oh my God. People are just giving us money.
Oh God, that's how it works, Tim.
YouTube's half-assed ban evasion policy hasn't just failed, it's backfired.